Hello students, in this video we will be talking about cell. What is a cell? Cell is the structural unit of any living organism, meaning it is a cell which makes any living organism. Now there could be some exceptional cases like viruses. We are not talking about them, right? We are just talking about all the organisms that are made up of cells. Now generally it is the cell which becomes the unit which is making their body. Any living organism, for instance, remember about the fish. What is that fish made up of? What is that one thing, or what is that basic thing, what is that fundamental thing which is making the body of that organism, the body of the fish? It is the cell. So what are they primarily composed of? Let us see. You already know the answer. It is the cell. Is it the cell? Let's see. It's a cell. Okay. Every living organism is primarily composed of cells. You see, this is a cell, right? It's a beautiful structure. You could see there is a nucleus. You could see there are other cell components. We don't know what these other cell components do exactly. We'll be knowing that in this video. What are the roles and functions of different components in the cell? You see there is a pinkish centered thing that is placed in the center of the cell. That is the nucleus. We know that a nucleus is very important to cell. Then you could see some more items there, some more components there. What do they do? We'll be talking about that. So now the main thing is, the conclusion is that all living organisms, are composed of cells. Irrespective of the fact whether they are unicellular organisms or they are multicellular organisms. Students, you know that we are humans and we are classified as multicellular organisms, right? Do you know that we are made up of trillions of cells? Trillions and trillions of cells. They are present in our body. Isn't that interesting? And then we call ourselves living organisms. And then now imagine the unicellular organism, say amoeba, the classical example that you've been talking about since you were a child and that you had started, learning science, and you'd started talking about your unicellular organism. That was amoeba. Amoeba, which is a unicellular organism, it's just made up of a single cell. That single cell is capable of doing everything. What all things? All the life processes, starting from nutrition, movement, transportation, reproduction, making its own kind, excretion, every single thing that single cell is capable of doing. And then look into the body of a multicellular organism. In the multicellular organism, there are, I gave an example that we are made up of trillions of cells. These trillions of cells also do the same things, right? So they may be unicellulars like amoeba, made up of a single cell, or they may be multicellulars made up of many cells like the blue whale, or maybe yes, the blue whale. If there are trillions of cells, like 38 trillions of cells in our body, in the human body, imagine how many cells will be there in the body of a blue whale. Students, you all have to think about it and get an answer to that.